Good morning, student. Today we will do the revision of our fifth unit, yoga. Yoga, the word yoga is derived from the Sanskrit word use. Use means to join. So, yoga means union of Atma with Paramatma. According to Patanjali, it is the founders who is supposed to be the founders of yoga. The meaning of use is to stabilize the mind for the union of Atma with Paramatma. Atma means soul, with Paramatma. Paramatma is a super controller, that is God. According to Satyapal, yoga is derived from the Sanskrit word use, which means union of soul with the God. The purpose of yoga is to provide sound body with tension-free and sound mind. And the ultimate aim of yoga is self-identification, self-perfections, which come through self-purification and self-realization. The union of Atma and Paramatma is possible by purification of body and mind. For the purification of body and mind, we have to achieve the 8 stages of Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga. According to Ashtanga Yoga from Patanjali, there are 8 stages to achieve the union of Atma with Paramatma, that is Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. These are the 8 stages. After achieving these 8 stages, there will be the union of Atma with Paramatma. Importance of yoga. Yoga is science as well as art of living for the healthy, happy and prosperous life, and the effect of yoga are mostly internal. First, the importance of yoga is it improves cardiovascular system. Yoga, that is with the help of asanas and pranayam, it's improve our cardiovascular system. Improve our cardiovascular systems. Keep away from cardiac problems. Yoga practice cure and improve the efficiency of the heart. It keeps us from cardiac problems like heart attack, heart disease, chest pain, etc. Proper functioning of digestive system. By performing yoga, pranayam, kriya, it's improve our digestive organs. Our digestive systems will function properly. Therefore, it improve our immunity systems. Control over sense organs. By performing yoga, we are able to control our sense organs. Thus, it's help to relax the body and mind. It keeps us from the pain and stabilize the mind. Relax stress and tension by performing asanas and pranayam. It helps to remove the stress and tension. It keep our mind fresh. It keep our mind and soul completely fresh. Develop concentrations. By performing yoga asanas, it improve our concentration. Good posture. By performing asanas, it tone our body and its muscles, which result in maintaining the good posture. Our personality will be improved. Remove auto problems. Auto problems like arthritis, joint pain, spondylitis, back pain, etc. It can be prevented through performing the yoga. Cure disease. Yoga practice helps to prevent many diseases like cold, cough, gas problem, constipations, high blood pressures, etc. Prevent premature aging. Yoga helps to prevent premature aging, thus all its factors can be delayed and It's help in optimum healthy living, improve health and hygienic. Yoga practice improve the health and develop the hygienic habit of the individuals. Therefore, the persons will live a happy, healthy and prosperous life. Elements of yoga. According to Ashtanga Yoga from Patanjali, Ashtanga Yoga, Ast means 8, Ang means limb, 8 limbs means 8 elements of yoga. To attain the purifications of body and mind, to achieve the union of Atma with Paramatma. Okay, Ashtanga Yoga, Ast means 8, Ang means limb, elements, that is 8 elements of yoga. This Ashtanga Yoga 8 elements helps to attain purifications of body and mind, which helps to achieve the union of Atma with Paramatma. The 8 elements of yoga are Yam. The first is Yam. Yam, it is for the benefit of the society. It is a social discipline. These are universal commandments or morality guidelines for the good behaviors in the society. Okay, Yam means social discipline for the benefit of the society. These are the rules and regulations. Yam means rules and regulations for the society. There are 5 principles for the benefit of society, that is Ahimsa, Satya, Asatya, Brahmacharya and Aparigraha. These are the 5 principles of Yam for the benefit of society. Ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence, means we must not hurt any creatures physically and mentally. Okay, Ahimsa means non-violence, means not to hurt any creatures physically or mentally through mind, speech or actions. Next is Satya. Satya means truthfulness. One must speak truth. One should never cheat others. Always speak truth. Be honest. Truthfulness. Asatya. Asatya means non-stealing. One must never steal anything of the others, money or idea. Never steal. To steal from others means stealing from the God himself. Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means one must keep his sense organs in his controls. That is freedom from sexual discipline and thought. Aparigraha. Aparigraha means one should not collect, means absence of lust, means one should not collect health, wealth or others items more than required. Next is Niyam. Niyam is the second element. Niyam, it is individual discipline for the benefit, rules and regulations for the individual. There are 5 principles of Niyam. These are Swach, Santosh, Tapa, Swadhyay and Iswa Paridhan. These are the 5 principles of Niyam for the purification, self-purification. Swach. Swach means cleanliness, purity. One must clean himself internally and externally. Purification of body and mind. Okay, both internally and externally, purifications of body and mind. Santosh. Santosh means contentment and maintain a balance between Swach. First thing, Niyam is for individual, self-purifications, rules and regulations for the individual. Swach means cleanness, internally and externally, cleaning the body and mind. Santosh means feeling of satisfactions. One must feel satisfactions, remaining happy, whatever's we have, whatever's one get, be satisfied. Tapa means it's train a person to face the difficulty so that one must achieve his ultimate goals. It train a person to face the difficulty in positive mind, accepting win or loss in a positive mind. Swadhyay means self-study. One must read religious scripture and Vedas with devotion, actions of thought in others. Iswar Paridhan means devoting everything to the God. We should thanks the God for whatever we have. Whatever we have, devoting it to the God. Next is Asan. Asan, it is a slow stretching activity. Asan, it is a slow stretching activity which are performed to improve the whole body. Okay, Asan, it is a slow stretching activity. For examples, Paschimottanasana, Chakrasana, Bhujangasana. These all are the asana, slow stretching exercise. We hold the final position for a few seconds. Pranayam. Pranayam, it is a breathing exercise. It is a systematic and rhythmic control of breathing to perform the internal functioning of the whole body. Okay, pranayam, it is a systematic and rhythmic breathing exercise in which we inhale, exhale and hold. Inhale means purak, exhale means rechak and kumbhak means hold. There are many types of pranayam like Anulom Vilom, Surya Bhedan Pranayam, Sitli Pranayam, Bhamri Pranayam, etc. These are the pranayam in which we inhale, exhale and hold our breath. Pratyahar. Pratyahar means withdraw of sense. Withdraw of sense. The sense is no longer response to external object. The person's these are performed to improve the intellectual's ability by withdrawal of sense. It develops the inner mental strength by controlling sense. One's sense is no longer response to the external object. Dhyan means concentrations. It is a high concentration, fixing the attention on a single object. For examples, focusing on a candle. Keep the candle in front of you and concentrate on it. Fixing a full concentration on a single object. Dhyan means meditation. It is a process of controlling the mind through meditations. It is a high concentration, unbound by time and space. Dharana means concentration. It is fixing the attention on one object, and Dhyan means meditation, full concentrations. The person's control over his mind. Samadhi, it is a last stage where the soul meet with the God. It is a state of super consciousness where Dhyan reaches its climate. That is union of soul with the God. After attaining the Samadhi, one is free from the bondage of birth and death. These are the 8 elements of yoga. Yam. For for society, for the benefit of society. Niyam, for the benefit for individual discipline. Asan, slow stretching exercise. Pranayam, breathing exercise. Pratyahar, withdraw of sense. His sense is no longer response to the external object. Dharna, dharna means fixing, concentration, fixing the attention on a single object. Dhyan means meditations, and samadhi, it is a last stage where there is a union of Atma with the Paramatma. Asan. Asan is the third step of yoga. In Ashtanga yoga, after Yam and Niyam, Asan, it is a slow stretching exercise in which we hold the final position for some time. Asans help to stabilize the body and mind. There are three types. Asan is categorized into three types, that is Kalcharasan, meditative asan and therapeutic asan. Kalcharasan for the body fitness. We do for the body fitness like Paschimottanasana, Ardha Asana. Meditative asan or relaxative asans for improving mental activity. Relaxative asanas like Savasana, Makrasana, Yog Nidra. Therapeutic asans for curing various health problems like Bhujangasana. By doing Bhujangasanas, it's helped to cure back pain. Ardha Chakrasana, it's helped to cure kyphosis problem, kyphosis deformity, etc. Asan can be performed in standing positions, sitting positions, or proline or supine positions. Like in training, before doing any training, we do warming up in same manners. Before doing yoga, we perform the Surya Namaskar. We perform Surya Namaskar as a warming up. Surya Namaskar, it is a sun salute stretching. Surya Namaskar are slow stretching activity in which we keep our heart rate, breathing rate, body temperatures in our normals. Our body temperatures remain normals. Heart rate normal, breathing rate is normal. The effect of asanas are internally felt. It is not observed, and it is the effect of asana is seen later. It is a long process. The result is seen, and the positive, to show the positive effect of asana, it's a long process where the results are permanent. It cures various disease, various chronic disease, chronic problems, and asana we should perform 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and our breathing should be normal while performing the asana, and we should not perform the asana immediately after the meal. Take some time. Pranayam. Pranayam, it is a fourth stage of Ashtanga yoga. Pranayam, the word pranayam is derived from the Sanskrit word which means breathing air as a power of life. Prana, yam, combination of two words, prana and ayam. Prana means power of life, and ayam means controlling it. Pranayam, it is a systematic and rhythmic breathing exercise in which we inhale, exhale and hold the breath. Inhale means purak, exhale means rechak, and holding, kumbhak means holding. There are various types of pranayam like Anlom Vilom, Surya Bhedan pranayam, Bhamri pranayam, Kapalbhati pranayam, etc. Let's discuss first Anlom Vilom. In Anlom Vilom, we inhale from one nose and exhale from other nose. Okay, this is the wrong. In Anulom Vilom, we inhale from one nose and then exhale from the other's nose. Anulom Vilom helps to cure cold, cough, asthma. It's reduce our body temperatures, helps to meditations, etc. Okay, in Anulom Vilom, our positions of our hand is this. We keep the fingers on the nose, press the one nose with the fingers, inhale from one nose and then exhale from other's nose. Inhale and then exhale. Next is Surya Bhedan Pranayam. Surya Bhedan Pranayam. In Surya Bhedan Pranayam, we inhale from left nose, hold for some time and then exhale from right nostril, and vice versa. It is same as Anulom Vilom. The difference is that in Anulom Vilom we does not hold the air, but in Surya Bhedan Pranayam we hold the air for some time. Anulom Vilom, in Surya Bhedan, inhale from right nostril, hold for some time and then exhale from right nostril, and vice versa. It helps to cure cold, cough, asthma, headache, reduce the stress, tensions, regulate the body temperatures, help in meditations, etc. Ujjayi Pranayam. Ujjayi Pranayam, in this pranayam, the frictional sound is produced from the throat while exhaling from. In this first exhale and then we inhale the air, making the vibration sound from the throat. It helps to cure cold, cough, reduce the stress, tensions, etc. In Sitli Pranayam, the forceful inhale from the mouth with the tongue, that is, we make the shape of the tongue. The shape of the tongue is like O, and V. Just like we make the shape of the tongue O, and we inhale the air as much as possible. It gives us the feeling of cold, cold feeling. It's help to cure asthma, cold, cough, regulate the body temperatures, etc. Sitkari Pranayam. In Sitkari Pranayam, we inhale the airs from the mouth while the lips are open, and the teeth are closed, and then we inhale. Okay, our lips are open, teeth are closed, and we inhale the air from the mouth. It gives us cold feelings, smooth, cure cold, cough, asthma, body temperature, regulate the body temperature during the summer, etc. Bhamri Pranayam. In this pranayam, we produce the vibration sound from the throat like honey bee. Okay, in Bhamri Pranayam, we make the vibration sound from the throat while exhaling like a honey bee. Bhamri Pranayam helps to cure cold, cough, helps in meditations, reduce the stress, give the feeling of smooth, etc. Kapal Bharti. In Kapal Bharti Pranayam, first we do a long inhale, whereas after the inhaling, the forceful exhalation is done from the nose while bit up press, while the stomach is vibrate in and out during the exhalation. First we do the long inhale from the nose and then we exhale the air from the nose making the vibration, making vibration in the stomach, in and out. Our stomach is in and out. Okay, in this a long inhale is taken, whereas the forceful exhale is done from the nose with pressure, while stomach is vibrate in and out. It cures the many problems like cold, cough, asthma. It's help in digestive problems. It cures digestive problem, obesity, etc. And also glandular functioning, proper regulate the glandular functioning, the body functions properly. These are the some pranayam. Okay, Anulom Vilom, we inhale from left nostril and then exhale from right nostril, and then again inhale from right and exhale from left. In Surya Bhedam Pranayam, inhale from left nostril, hold for some time and then exhale from right nostril. In Ujjayi Pranayam, we have to make the vibration sound from the throat while inhaling the air, while exhaling. Okay, make a vibration sound from the throat while exhaling. Siddhi Pranayam, we have to make our the shape of the tongue is O, and we have to inhale the air, making the shape of the tongue O in between the lips. And Siddhkari Pranayam, it is a forceful inhale of the ears. Our lips are open, teeth are closed, and do a long inhale. Bhamri Pranayam, we have to make the vibration sound from the throat while exhaling. Kapalbhati, in Kapalbhati, we have to inhale the air and then exhale the air, making the pressure. Our abdomen is in and out. Kriya, Suddhi Kriya. Suddhi Kriya is done to clean the body internally. By doing the Kriya, we do Kriya to clean the body internally, like Jal Neti, Sutra Neti, Dhoti, Vastra Dhoti, etc. These are the Kriya which are done to clean the body internally, like this is a Jal Neti, Sutra Neti, etc. Meditation. Meditation, it is a process of controlling and regulating the mind and its activity. Okay, meditation, it is a process of controlling and regulating the mind and its activity. It is very powerful, as it stabilizes the mind in a proper direction. With the help of meditations, we are able to stabilize the mind. It keeps our mind stable. It's hard to relax us. It's hard to remove our stress, tensions, etc. Meditation. In simple, Sukhasana. Sukhasana, it is simple sitting with crossed leg while hand over the knees. This is Padmasana. Padmasana, it is also known as lotus posture. Vajrasana, also known as rock sitting. Sasang Asana, Yog Mudra, Tad Asana, Savasana and Makrasana, Yog Nidra. These are the some asana. So we have completed our topic yoga. Yoga means union of Atma and Paramatma. Some common asana. Asana, it is a slow stretching exercise. in which we hold the final position for some second, that is 30 second to 2 minute. Trikonasana. It is a triangular pose. Feet apart and try touch hand to the foot while other's hand rise up and look upward. Improve the trunk and leg flexibility, reduce obesity, cure acidity, neck spondylitis, lordosis, etc. Vriksasana. Vriksasana helps to cure knock knee. Knock knee, it is a posture deformity in which your knee touch each other's. Ustasana, camel postures. It helps to cure kyphosis posture deformity. First, we sit down in a Vajrasana positions and then Vajrasana positions. Vajrasana position, the body bend backward while the chest is rise up, and we hold the ankle while looking the backward.